It is 6 p.m. Friday night, and welcome to another edition of Talking Turkey with Jeanette Martin, brand ambassador for JD Farms. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I had an extra day. I spent a little staycation away at Lake Erock, which is close to my house, but it was enough to have a change of scenery, get a little bit of sun and relaxation, and give me opportunities to start thinking up really cool fall recipes for you. So tonight's recipe, I gotta give credit where credit's due. Do you ever read something on social media, on Facebook, and different people's recipes, and you go, no way, that can't work? And then you looked at it again, and you're like, that is an incredible smart recipe. And I wanted to show it to you tonight. So my good friend Jackie, she is a Epicure spice diva, as she calls herself. I'm a big fan of using her spices, so it's inspired using her spices. I've pulled out the JD Farm spices in the recipe as well. And let's get to it. But also remember, you'll want to stick around till the very end, because in this magic envelope is last week's winner of who followed the directions after watching the video to have your name put in for a $20 gift card. And guess what? It's going to happen again tonight. I'm going to tell you the secret emoji at the end of my video, and that's how you will enter in for the $20 gift cards. So this recipe is a take on the salad in a jar phenomena that hit probably 2 years ago or 3 years ago on Pinterest, or maybe longer. You know, where you take a mason jar and you load all this stuff into it, depending on the layers, and then you put your dressing on the top in a smaller container and you give it a shake. Well, we're going into the fall season, and we need heartier, warming foods. Also foods that are easily prepared. I never even thought that this recipe could be done, but it can be. Can be done on a Sunday when you're prepping for the week, getting them into the fridge, and then you're taking them to work or to school. So this recipe would work equally well in a thermos, so it's not breakable for kids as long as they have access to hot water. Or if you're in an office that you have access to hot water, you can use a glass jar. So I'm going to prep it with two different ways. This is what I happen to have in my home. I'm going to make it in one of these glass lock bowls, or locking containers. That's going to be one of my recipes. I'm going to do an Asian style soup to go. Kind of like those, you know, those packaged soups that taste disgusting, but we all ate a lot of them back in college, or when we went to school, or when the budget was tight. This is a take on that. So I'm going to make an Asian version in my little lock and lock container here. And all I had was, I have one of these blender attachments, and they can have hot water put in them. So I have a nice airtight seal that I'm going to use. So I'm going to use that one for my Mexican version. But if I also had one of these nice little flip top lids, I could make my soup in here. As long as that seal is nice and tight, you want to keep it nice and fresh, of course, in your fridge. So let's get started on the Asian version first. And if you remember on last cooking demo, I made a bunch of turkey shishka turkey bobs. So I froze them. I didn't eat them that night. So I have taken out the version that has the Greek for the Asian version. And for the Mexican version, I'm going to use the Mexican version. So right off the bat, the secret to building these salads up, or not salads, sorry, soups up, is getting the spices at the bottom first. So this one here I'm going to use, you can use any chicken base. So you want to use a dried powder. I just happen to have the Epicure one. And my spoon doesn't fit in there. I'm my own prep kitchen here. So I'm going to take, a good teaspoon and teaspoon and a half of the chicken base. Going to take the JD Farms Mexican chili powder or seasoning. I'm going to take, maybe about, it's really fresh. Let's see, gotta go that way. Maybe about a half a teaspoon of that. And I like spicy, so I'm going to use the JD Farms hot sauce. Well, that probably is too much, but that's okay. I like it spicy. That was probably, you could use about a half a teaspoon, but I've got probably a tablespoon in there, and that's okay because I'm going to eat this, and I like spice. And I've got this minced dried garlic. So I like a little garlic in there. It's hot, set off. So put a quarter of a teaspoon of the garlic. If I wanted to use a different smokiness, I have this chipotle. It's ground up chipotle. Will give it a more smoky flavor. Let me just set that aside. We do want to prep the turkey a little bit smaller. So I'm going to take each one of these little kebab pieces, because you want it to be able to fit onto your spoon when you pour the hot water onto it. So look at how tender this turkey is. Okay, cutting up this into smaller cubes. Oh, I was going to do the Asian one in there. Oh well, doesn't matter. We're doing the Mexican version in there. I'm just so excited to share this with you. Where's everybody coming in from? Thank you for coming in on this Friday evening instead of Thursday evening. Okay, so you see I've got my spices and my turkey in the bottom. So now you want to put in some your hearty vegetables. And I've got some of them prepped ahead of time for Adventist time here. And you want to have them pretty small. And also pretty small because, once again, once you dig in on your soup spoon, you want them about the same size you'd make a soup. For a soup. So I've got probably 2 tablespoons of celery. I have got about a small carrot, thinly sliced as well in there. I'm layering that in there. This is about 2 tablespoons of zucchini, and zucchini is a nice, it's a softer flesh, so it's going to cook just with boiling water. Got about a tablespoon of black beans going in there. This is about 2 tablespoons of quinoa, a quick cooking quinoa, going in there. Think of all the protein. And some other veg, just wanted to share with you. I've got a red pepper. I love the sweetness, of course, with that nice heat that's going to be in there for the Mexican seasoning, as well as all that hot sauce I put in there. So again, you're cutting it up really quite small. Again, enough to fit onto your soup spoon, but it's going to cook basically pretty quick when you boil the hot water on it. So you're layering that off. So let's get, oh, you know, the proper chef way to do it is use your knife, Jeanette. So get that in there. Okay, and we got to get some greens in there. So I was out at Nature's Pickins. Oh, and by the way, if you live out in Abbotsford, I was out there today. All my veg came from there today. They have a great restock of all our sausages out there. So go on out and get them. Okay, so we've got some curly kale. I'm just kind of stacking them up. This is going to act a bit of like a green noodle in there. You want to slice it up pretty fine. Just slicing that up nice and fine. Okay. That's going to go on top because that's the softest vegetable we're going to use. Okay. Now a little bit of cilantro. I love cilantro. Don't need to chop it. Going on top. And for a little extra heat, a little piece of jalapeno. And then just a little bit extra green onion on the top. So this is what I would do. Prep it to this point here. Put this on here. Then when I get to work, I would just boil some water and I would bring it up to probably where this is here and just let it sit for about 5 minutes. Give it a stir and you've got a beautiful warm turkey Mexican soup. So that's number 1. So number 2, I'm going to do an Asian version. So I'm going to use my little cup here from my hand blender or my blender. So again, taking that. It's really important, guys. You got to use a cooked turkey. Oh my gosh. I don't know where that's coming from. I think it's because I'm using chicken base. You got to get some turkey base powder. So cut it up pretty small. Pretty small, nice little cubes. Okay, so now in this one, I have got 1 flowerette of broccoli, and I broke it down pretty fine, so that's going to go in. Okay. I've also got some bean sprouts are going to go in. I've got a few mushrooms that are going to go in there. Okay, that's good. I'm going to take my carrot, using my peeler, a couple of long little slivers, like a carrot noodle in there. And it goes. Okay, that's good. A little color. And that goes. And for my green, on this one, I've got, oh, they have beautiful baby bok choy. So I'm going to slice that up. Much like I did the kale, nice and fine. Bok choy cooks really quickly when you do a stir fry. Get the nice crunch from the bottom of it. Stuffing that all in there. There as well. Let's put a little green onion in there. And I've got a little piece in there. And I've got a piece of ginger. And this is about I guess a quarter size piece of ginger. And just to open it up, I kind of score the surface of the ginger before I put it in there. And in that goes. The lime and the ginger I'll take out. I won't eat. It's for flavor. So it's kind of giving that quick cooking. Did I put green onions in there? And of course, a little bit of jalapeno in there. And we're going to now, and I mix this up, but that's okay. I'm going to use their vegetable broth. Nice big teaspoon and a half of vegetable broth. They have a garlic and onion mixture that has some other good seasonings in it. So about a quarter teaspoon of that. You could use any seasonings that you want. If you had an Asian seasoning mix, put that in. And I've got some soy sauce. What about a teaspoon of soy sauce in there? And then this is, in order to give it that Asian flavor, so we're going to pack this all down. We've got room. A few, and these are noodles that cook in 4 minutes. So a little handful of noodles. So this is how far I would get it and into my fridge. So now I'm going to show you that I'm going to open this one up because I did boil my kettle. Let's keep it warm here. Pour it over top. Get everything covered right up to the top. Push it down. Cover it up. Wait 5 minutes. Beautiful, eh? Think of all the incredible vegetables that, well-seasoned turkey at the bottom. You're getting so much health, so satisfying, and you could make up a whole bunch of these Sunday, and you could do, oh my gosh, I think Jackie did, there's like the Asian Mexican, she did an Italian one with, we could use the pepperoni and tomato and maybe some beans or chickpeas and peppers and layer it all up, pour some hot water on it, and you'd have like an Italian soup. So there's so many different ideas of using very fresh ingredients. We're at the peak of all of our bounty of our vegetables coming out of our gardens right now, and make a really, really good soup. So in about 5 minutes, I'm going to have soup for dinner. So there we go. So I hope you enjoyed that. And get planning because it's going to be pretty simple and easy. And again, if you had a child that had a thermos, you could build this into a thermos as long as they had access to some hot water. So the time has come. Oh, got a little bit of water there. So who is our winner for last week? Oh, hi, Frida. Oh, Frida, you want to watch because I'm going to announce our next contest. And you'll be coming in right at the right time to know what to do in 1 second. So stay tuned. Stay on, Frida. So our winner last week you had to find the little hot pepper emoji because I made some pretty spicy kebabs and throw that into the comments. And then I randomly draw. I can't remember the chance of that. A winner from the people that did that. So without further ado, congratulations, Rhonda! Rhonda, we will contact you. You have $20 in JD Farms gift cards. We'll either mail them to you or you can pick them up at the store. So congratulations, and you'll get all the great ingredients. So this week's contest, you have a week, and those people that are watching this on the replay, is find the emojis that are the soup emojis. And if you saw at the title of this particular video, I did 3 different ones. There's one that has an Asian one. I think there's a Mexican one. Any 3 of those emojis, drop it into the comments, and your name is going to be entered into the draw for our next $20 gift certificates or cards. So there you go. Thank you so much for tuning in on this Friday night. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Do some prep for the upcoming week because kids are back to school and we need to get back into a little bit of a routine. From my home to your home, God bless. From the JD Farms family of Jack, Jason, Marilyn, Jennifer, all their spouses, their kids, grandkids, and the incredible staff at JD Farms, we wish you to be kind. We wish you to be calm. We wish you to be safe and make those incredible memories that are going to last a lifetime, because that's what it's all about. So enjoy the night, everybody, and I'll see you again next Thursday at 6 p.m. for Talking Turkey with me. Enjoy. Bye-bye.